Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you all to the demo session of data analysis. Myself, Harish, and I will be going to take this session for the next 1 hour of the time. And this class is your first free class, which we are offering as part of our data analysis course. And overall, we are going to provide you 3 free classes in this particular data analysis course journey. Today's class is your first free class. Tomorrow we will have the second free class, and after that, day after tomorrow will be the third free class. It is going to be continuously, and the batch is going to start from tomorrow itself. So this class today we are going to understand the topics related to the introduction knowledge needed for data analysis. When you are learning some new technology, you need to understand first of all about that. Later you can think about learning the things, but first of all understanding about the technology is the very important. So today's class, I'm going to aim for you to make you understand about what is this data analysis course, why are we learning this course, what are the skill set we need to learn as part of this technology, how are the opportunities in the market, what is the impact of artificial intelligence on this data analysis. Also, we will understand about the placement assistance program, how we are following in our institute and our success stories of the students who got placed from our institute in the recent months. We will also show you those screenshots. So those all things will help you in understanding better about our institute and this data analysis course to be precise. So before I start these things, I would like to introduce about myself. So I'm writing my name. So as I mentioned, my name is Harish and I have 9+ years of experience in the teaching and working as a data engineer and data analyst. Currently I'm a working person. I have good experience, close to 9+ years of experience in the technologies of data engineering and data analysis. I have good knowledge on the skill set which are related to Databricks, PySpark, Python, SQL, and Power BI, and also on the ETL. I have good knowledge on the projects that I have worked in the previous years of experience from the domains of banking sector, financial sector, healthcare, and also on the telecommunication domain. So coming to my teaching background, I have again 9+ years of experience in the teaching. Parallelly, when I'm working, I also used to take the classes for the students on the technologies of data analysis, data science, and data engineering backgrounds. And currently, I'm also into the generative AI and agentic AI related technologies also. So with the real-time knowledge that I'm going to provide during these classes, that is very helpful for the students in getting into the placements. What is the real-time knowledge meant by? Suppose when you are learning some concept, you should not learn what is it just. Because the reason why I'm saying this point is when you go for any interview, example of a data analyst interview, if you go, they will not just ask you what is Python or what is SQL or what is Power BI. They will ask you where did you used it? Where is the place? How did you used this particular Python? How did you use Power BI? Can you explain the scenarios how you have used these type of questions you can expect in the interviews. The same way we will also ask questions when we try to hire candidates in our company also for a data analyst. We will also ask a similar type of questions. That's the reason the students are lagging in that particular place. You might know particular topic but you might not know where to apply the topic. That is the gap lot of students are having. Because of that, getting a job is very difficult if you don't have that type of knowledge. So being identified that type of difference, I have included in the contents the most real time scenarios, the projects, the examples, the assignments, the exams, whatever the way we are going to teach you, it will be completely based on the real time basis. Once you complete the course with us, you are going to get a knowledge, just like how a company, if you take in that a data analyst, if they work for 2 to 3 years, same knowledge you will gain here by the end of this course because of the examples, the way we are going to explain with the projects. That is very much important to gain the knowledge in that way to get into the placement. So that's a brief about the introduction part. I just wanted you to provide to make up understand you people how much better we are teaching the contents here on the most realistic basis. So today's class, as I told, the first of all introduction knowledge I'm going to provide based on the eligibility criteria first of all. So what is this eligibility criteria I'm talking about? Normally when a student is trying to learn any new technology, in their minds a lot of questions will be there. Is this course suitable for me? Can I learn this? Generally, with that, a lot of students will get confused. That's the reason I would like to start that categorization. Here, all the students, whoever joined, I will segment for you people into three types. So I have the students who might be freshers here, who completed their graduation this year or last year or 2 years back, or your post graduation also, or even the students who are in the final years of your graduation or post graduation. These type of students are considered as freshers. Of course, these students are eligible to learn this data analysis. Next category of students are people who are having some career gap. Maybe the students here, you might have completed the graduation some 5 years back, or 10 years back, or even 15 years back. Still, the opportunities are available for the students with career gap in this data analysis. Main thing, because why I'm saying is the skill set matters in the IT industry, so not the gap. So if you learn the better skill set, if you have the better knowledge, then you will get the job. So that's the reason even the career gap students are also eligible to learn this data analysis course. Next category of students are people who are already working persons. So you might be working in the IT or else in the non-IT also. You're still eligible to learn this course. The reason is, once you are learning in those or working in those type of technologies, that experience what you have gained, you can even use that experience to show as a data analyst, and you can clear the interviews easily with the knowledge you are going to gain here. That way, how to proceed in that path, we will explain you, not a problem. But you are also eligible to learn this course, whether you're from IT industry or non-IT industry experience. Next type of question in the student's mind will have is, okay, sir, I'm from the fresher background or from career gap, or I'm already working. I'm eligible, okay, but I don't have any knowledge about this programming or this technical type of side. So then, how am I able to do this? Okay, how am I able to do this? Is it okay for me to learn the things because I'm not at all known about any of these things? So let me tell you guys, even if you're a student who don't have any basic idea about the skill set that I'm going to discuss in this data analysis technology, still you no need to worry, because the reason I am going to start every subject or skill set from the basics onwards, because I am also coming one of the time as a student. When we are learning something new, we will be feeling a lot of confusion if I directly start the concept in between without basics. That's the reason I'm being placed in your situation. I'm trying to explain the concepts of every skill set from the basics onwards. So even if a student doesn't have any knowledge before joining in this course related to the data analysis or programming, no need to worry. From basics onwards, every skill set we are going to start that will make you to understand the topic very much easily up to the advanced level. Up to how much of advanced are you going to cover? As I mentioned, as a student, you will get 2 to 3 years of experience with data analyst knowledge by the end of this course. That much of depth you are going to learn these particular concepts. So let me tell you here, no prior knowledge is required to learn data analysis in our institute, because we are going to make sure every concept will be started from basics to advanced. Okay, so that's a brief about your eligibility criteria. Now let me enter into the main things about what is data analysis. Because we're learning this technology, you need to know about this. Let me start defining what is data, because that's a basic thing you need to know. What is data generally? Data here called as information. Data means, I can simple terms I will explain. It is information about yourself. You take your name, your date of birth, your contact number, your email ID, your Aadhaar number, your PAN card number. Those all nothing but your information. If I gather that information from 100 students, that will be a data. If I gather that information from 1 lakh of students, that will be the data. Simply that is nothing but the information whatever you have, that I am making it here and calling that as a data. That's very simple way you can understand about what is data meant by. Data can be from any type of business domain. Let it be from the student side, as I told, even you can have it from the e-commerce related things, food orders related companies. You have it in the banking side, healthcare, sports, movies, supply chain management, HR related data, logistics related data. There is a lot of data present in the market. Just imagine in your day to day life, any company you came across, Is it not going to store the data or not? Just think. Any company you come across, I can definitely 100% sure that company will store the data related to whatever the business they are performing. Okay, guys, someone is asking for transcription. I'm enabling it. Okay, so now let us see. This is what data is meant by. Now let us understand what is analysis. Simply, analysis means observing that very deeply. Whatever is the data you're having, you observe that deeply to find out what is present in that. That is simply combined data analysis definition. I'm saying data analysis is the process. Data analysis is the process of analyzing the data to find the insights. So when I say process, generally, what is meant by process? Process in the sense there are multiple steps involved. Total, there are 5 different steps are involved in this particular data analysis. These 5 steps I will be using for analyzing the data to find the insights. Insights means we call it as generally findings, or simple terms if you wanted to understand, output of data analysis. When you do some analysis on the data, you will find some outputs that is called as insight. Better word to remember is insight, because in the companies most of the scenarios you will come across this word called as insight. Simply when you perform analysis, what you will find is nothing but insight. Okay, simple, right? So this is the definition you need to understand, and you can say this definition anywhere when you go what is data analysis meant by. But why did you need to use this data analysis? Why data analysis is used? Think about this. To answer this question, I am going to use some examples, and you need to understand this very specifically, because you will understand in this particular question itself the impact of data analysis in the day to day job opportunities, how the market is there for this, also you will understand it. So try to understand this. Please concentrate. Now, when I coming to understand this question, I would like to explain it in 2 different point of views. First point of view is from the company. Suppose you take a company, why they need data analysis, that I need to understand. When you go as a student, suppose being in your place, you need a job. That's our end goal. Any course you will learn to get into the jobs. If you want to get a job, you have so many skills in the market. Why I need to take data analysis? That is also one of a question you need to answer yourself, right? So I will provide that answer for you in this discussion today. So the 2 point of views I'm going to explain is how businesses are using this data analysis, why so much of importance, and why as a student do I need to take this data analysis. These 2 questions you will get the answer. After this, I will also discuss about the impact of artificial intelligence on the data analysis. So please stay concentrated. With example only I will explain, so easy way to understand. So consider some case number 1 example of a retail shop. Simple retail shop nearby your homes, you might have these kirana shops, right? Similar to that, there is one particular shop who is storing the data related to the sales happening in their shop. Very small shop, right? They're making it on a piece of paper. So assume the shop is going to open at 9 o'clock and closes by 10 p.m. in the night. Morning, a customer came at 9 o'clock. So serial number they wrote, what is the time they came, how much of sales they made, 100 rupees. Okay. Second customer at 9:10 a.m. made a sales of some 50 rupees. So on until end, let's say 50 customers came on that day. The time is 10 p.m. last customer and made a sales of 200 rupees. That's it. From morning to evening, who are all the customers coming, at what time, how much of sales they made is being noted. This is nothing but what? It's a data, nothing but information about the sales happened. Using this data, I can perform some analysis. What type of analysis? How it will help? Let me tell you. How many customers came to my shop on that particular day? In this data, I can easily say 50 customers came. And what is the total sales happened on that particular day? How to find out total sales? Add all these values. Use your mobile calculator or use the manual calculation. Let's say we got 5,000 rupees on that day. What is the average sales? Nothing but total sales divided by number of customers. That will give you the average as 100. What is the meaning of this 100? If a customer is coming to my shop, at least they are making 100 rupees of sales. That is the meaning of 100. Not only just calculation, we need to understand that result also. As I told, that's a real time learning. What is average sales? Okay, you calculated, but the meaning of 100 is if any customer is coming to my shop, mostly they are going to make at least 100 rupees of sales. Now, these are very common things you can able to find, but better things, let me tell you, by using this time information. Morning time, 9 to 12, how much of sales? Afternoon time, 12 to 5 p.m., how much of sales? Evening time, 5 to 10 p.m., how much of sales? I just want to find it. So based on the time, only add the sales between 9 to 10. Let's say I got it as 1500 rupees. Afternoon is two, let's say 1000, and remaining is 2500 in the evening. If you add all these three, you'll get 5000 rupees. By looking at this result, what I can say, highest amount of sales happened in the evening time. Not only today, you might have done this type of analysis from past few months. You'll understand my business is getting me more amount of sales during the evening time, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. From day to day, you can understand whether sales is increasing or decreasing also, right? Yesterday, suppose the total sales is 6000 rupees. Today, it's only 5000. You can understand, okay, sales is 1000 rupees reduced today. So by every day, if you do in this manner, month to month, sales increasing or decreasing, week to week, you can understand on which type of weekday, Sunday, Saturday, Monday, like this, which day more sales is happening. Everything about your business can be understandable with just storing this type of data and performing this type of analysis. What you got to know with this means, if I want to understand how my business is running, I need to store my data. What is the data I have stored? If I perform some analysis, I will find some results, like these type of results. Based on these results, I will understand how my business is going on. That is the basic understanding you can find. Okay, any type of company, why they want to use this data analysis means the business, how they are running, their data will be there. If you can analyze that data, you can understand about whether the business is going good or bad, where is the best place it is doing, where is the bad things it is going on, I mean to say less amount of profits, where it is coming. This type of understanding about your business. Guys, please don't do this one. I am going to decline this result. Please don't raise the request disturbing the class. Okay, so now again, so this type of understanding about your business, if you want it, it can be best get with respect to the data analysis. So the case number one, whatever I have used is a very small type of business, right? Let me take some big type of company, like a Zomato type of a big range company I have taken, where it can generate lot of data. So what is Zomato company means? We all know it's about delivering the food items. When you place a food order, even the company will store the data related to the food order who placed it. Suppose if you place a food order, what type of data they can store? Customer who placed the food order. For your order, one ID will be generated called as order ID. What is the food item? In which restaurant? Who is the delivery agent will deliver the food item? Time taken to deliver. About your amount, how you paid. Is it UPI or credit card or debit card? What type of payment, any discount you applied. These type of so much of details about your one single order will be stored in the company database. See how much of data will come for one single day in a company like Zomato. Here hardly 50 customers came, so you wrote on a piece of paper, but here approximately you will get 8 lakhs of orders per day. This much of data, how can you store on a piece of paper? That is the reason why you got databases, you got the cloud, you have the servers. These type of technical things came into the picture to handle these type of large amounts of data. When you have this much of large amount of data being stored in the database, for example, the client is asking me to find out what is the total sales. Here total sales means hardly you have 50 values, you might have used a mobile calculator to find. But here how can you find out the sales amount of 8 lakhs of orders? There is no chance of doing it manually. That is where your technical skills like SQL or Python or Power BI, these type of things will come into the picture. These particular skill set will help you in understanding the business. Any type of data, whenever a company is going to share that particular data, they will be going to perform analysis. Who will do this analysis, guys? We, the data analysts, you and me, we are going to do this analysis. Once you do analysis, you are going to find what? Insights. So these particular insights will give you the better understanding about your business, so that they will make some decisions. Suppose where are the places you are lagging, if you can understand, you can make some decision on that particular place. Just an example I will tell you. Take this Zomato is saying that from last 3 months their number of orders are reducing. Okay, their sales is reducing from last 3 months, number of orders and sales. So they wanted to understand where is the problem. So they had the data, last 3 months of data they gave you. So you started finding out from each city how many orders I am receiving in each month. Let's say in the month of June, July, and also May I had. So I am trying to find out from Hyderabad city from May. Let's say imagine 1,000 orders you received. In the June it became 980. In the July it became 970. Total number of orders. You take a city like Mumbai. You received 1,000 orders during the May, 1,020 and 1,025 like this. You had another city, let's say Bangalore. So you have received 1,000 orders in the month of May. June is about 950 and it is 940. So if you observe this type of way for all the cities in last 3 months, how many orders are placed? Then you can find out the city where are the sales are reducing. Suppose if you focus on the city also as Hyderabad, I can clearly see the number of orders are reducing from May to July. Mumbai is doing fine. It is increasing the orders. It is there is no problem. But this is the problem, and Bangalore is also problem. So you'll go and say the client, this is your insight you found. Hyderabad and Bangalore type of cities. Maybe some other cities might also have, but you'll say the client that this Hyderabad and Bangalore cities are having number of orders reduced from last 3 months. So you need to focus on these type of cities. So that decision they will make in such a way they will try to uh, focus on the cities where they are not having the good number of orders coming up. If they can find out these type of places where they're not doing good, they will improve their place. There is the problem. Okay, I will improve my decisions on this place. They don't need to do anything with Mumbai. Mumbai is doing fine. They can give some extra offers to Hyderabad and Bangalore customers to encourage the customers to place more and more orders. That's what you need to do. Decision making is very crucial in the companies. If you don't make proper decisions, the company itself will get a lot of losses. That's the reason for this decision making to help data analysis is very much needed. With this decision making, the company will be getting good growth. This is the ultimate reason behind the company's data analysis usage, and lot of demand is there for this course in the market. The reason is this, because every company wants to have a data analyst in their market or in their project, whatever the project they do. They want data analyst in their team because they wanted to understand how their business is running. That is the main reason why you need to choose this course. I told you, right, why as a student do I need to learn data analysis? I want a job. So many skills are there. Then why I need to focus data analysis? The reason is, first of all, you need to have good demand for the skill set you are learning if you want a job. Just imagine you are learning some XYZ skill set. You got per month some 5 interview calls, and you learned this data analysis. Some XYZ skill gave you 5 interview calls. You learned this data analysis which is having good demand. This gave you 15 interview calls per month. Where is the more chances of getting the job? The skill set that we can give you more opportunities to attend interviews will give better chance of getting into the job. You'll get a job in this skill set also, when maybe it will be late. Maybe 1 year it might take, or it might take 5 months, or it might take 2 years also. Sometimes you might not. So focus on the skill set which is having good demand, that can give you more opportunities. When you attend more interviews, the more easy you will get the job. That is the main thing I'm talking about, demand. Not only just demand you need to look at. That is one of the main reason. One more thing I will tell you, which is going to be good career growth. What is good career growth? Let me tell you. Some XYZ skill set you learned in that 5 calls itself, you got a job. Let's say your package is 6 LPA as a fresher or someone you have joined. You work there for 4 years, but your package is still at 8 LP only. You wanted to switch the job now after 4 years. In 2030, you might imagine there are no demand or the calls available for that XYZ skill set. Then what you will do? Again, you will go back to some institutes or some learning. You will make it some demand skill. What is there at that time? You will again switch to that particular domain. You will again invest your money. You will spend your time by leaving that skill set what you have learned here. That is not a good career growth. If I say this data analysis now, you can take myself as the best example. As I told, I am already working. I was entered into the market with just a package of fresher level of 3.6 LPA into Infosys. Later, with years of experience, I am into the big packages. I don't want to say the package currently, but you can say it's more. If suppose, just imagine, if you don't want to believe, why I will be in the still data analysis only if I'm not having career growth in that, and why I will come and teach you the classes. I might have been somewhere learning some other technology to switch and get better packages. but I'm not doing that. But I'm still in this data related domain. The reason behind that is good career growth is there for the skill set here. There are better packages available, not like this. Easily, I'll tell you the packages here will be better even with this years of experience you'll gain here. 5 to 6 years of experience itself is sufficient to gain from 3.6 to 30 LPA. That type of career growth is important for the skill set you are learning. That is important. That is the reason you also can choose this data analysis. One more important reason is also there. Easy to learn. Why it is easy to learn? Why you are saying it's an advantage? Let me tell you. Some students will be there who are very intelligent. They can learn anything. Let it be very tough also they can learn. But I am talking about most of the students. Every student will not be the same intelligent. There will be some of the students like me, if you can assume, where we have medium type of knowledge, but we want to get into the jobs. So I want to learn something simple and enter into the market first. So for you, if I go and teach you a lot of programming things, if you're unable to understand how you can crack the interviews, that's the reason why. First of all, to enter into the job, to get the job, first of all, target the skill set which can be easily learned. Of course, here Python is there. I'm not saying there is no zero programming in the data analysis, but any non-IT professional you go and ask if they want to switch to the IT industry, the first preference they will give is data analyst. Why they are giving the first preference? Simple. It's simple to learn. Easily you can get into the non-IT to IT side. So it's very much easy for you people in the career growth or fresher type of categories, or even the people who are already working in the IT side. It's very easy to learn. There is no much very much tough things in the data analysis. Even the programming is available. Maximum you can consider here 25% of the programming you can consider in this course. Remaining things will be Power BI, SQL, Excel, Tableau, this type of skill set where there is no programming involved in those. SQL is a query, that's not a programming. Okay, so that is the reason why I am preferring this. Is the best type of domain you can target if you want to get the job very soon. Okay, so that's the reason why you need to choose data analysis. I will explain, to say, write the term what I explained everything in one single line about why you want to use this data analysis in a very easy term. So I will call you that as here businesses. Okay, the businesses are using the data analysis insights for better decision making, for better decision making, which will help that particular business to grow. Okay, to get that particular growth, we need to definitely do what? Analysis of your data. That's why every company is using the data and storing the data. Okay, now
Business.
let us try to understand how the impact of artificial intelligence is there on this data analysis, because that is one of the common question in any student mind nowadays is having. Can you tell us, will AI replace the data analyst? So let me provide you the answer for this question. Whatever the points I'm going to discuss with you, you can even verify those points. Okay, so let me tell you about that. Guys, someone please check your mic. Okay, sorry. So let me tell you about this. How this AI is going to replace the data analyst or not. If it is going to replace, how it will be, how we can able to understand it, I will tell you. Just imagine, go back to our basic thing. Just imagine you are a student. You are thinking like AI is having more demand. You are saying that demanding course, if I learn, I will get better jobs. So more than data analyst, I have more demand for artificial intelligence. Then why can't I learn just artificial intelligence and go for the jobs? You can verify that. How many opportunities are there for the only AI related jobs, or how many jobs are there for the technology you are learning with AI? There itself you'll find the answer. Just imagine you are a student who knows how to use artificial intelligence tools. So you are using ChatGPT, for example. You don't know SQL, you don't know Python, don't know Power BI also, because you know how to use ChatGPT. They will give you the queries and everything. So you are thinking in that manner, and you gave some question to this particular ChatGPT to write a SQL query. You asked a question to write a SQL query. It will give you. There is no doubt in that. SQL query, it will write it as you have asked, or some Python code. How come you know this is right or wrong? Just think in that scenario. You are a person who don't know SQL. You went and asked some question. They gave you the query. How come you know it's right or wrong? ChatGPT or Cloud or any AI tool, when you use it, won't give you 100% correct answers, because they themselves will say in the bottom saying that ChatGPT can make mistakes. Verify the important information. They themselves will write in this place. If not, please check in your ChatGPT or Claude after the class. They will be writing this point in the bottom. So I wanted you to understand in this manner. Now see this part. I am a student. I learned about the SQL. I know SQL. Now instead of writing the query from the scratch, I'll go and ask the ChatGPT to write a query. It gave me some query. This is SQL query. I already know the SQL, so I'll verify whether this query will be going to work or not. Oh no, some mistake it has given me. I'll go and ask again. No, this query is wrong. This place you need to make a difference. Write it again. Just see the difference now. Without knowing the core technical knowledge. I'm saying core. Core in the sense it can be data analysis, it can be Java programming or Python programming, whatever it is. I'm talking about data analysis, so let me in the data analysis. If you don't know the data analysis skill set of Python or SQL or Power BI, you can ask a question, but answer how can you verify means it is not possible. That is the reason why you need to know first of all the data analysis. And then you need to know how to get the answers easily through this type of AI tools. Okay? Hope you are clear now why the alone AI knowledge is not going to help you. Now let me say the replacement part. Just imagine there is a project now. Okay, the project, there are some four data analysts are working in that project. They have introduced some cloud or some type of AI tool to make the work easy. They have attached this in their project. Because of this, these four people might become three. But don't think that because of this everybody will lose the job and it will become zero. This is not the scenario. Why? Same reason again. If nobody are there who will ask questions to that AI tool, who will make it to answer? Someone will be there or needed to complete the work that you want to ask the question. And whatever the answers this is going to give you, you need to verify that and you need to complete the work. So that is the reason that one person will lose the job because of the budget you need to maintain. But who is that one person can lose the job means the person first of all who doesn't have basic or good depth of data analysis knowledge, and also who doesn't have how to use this knowledge to how to use this AI tool. If they don't know how to use it, then there is no point. That is the reason why don't learn only AI or don't learn only data analysis. Learn combinedly those things. First of all, focus on learning data analysis alone. If you directly in the first class itself, I'll go and use ChatGPT to write the SQL query means you can't able to learn anything because the reason when you go for interviews, you yourself need to write the queries. At that time, they don't allow you to use some AI tools to write the query, right? So if you want to get a job, you need to have knowledge of data analysis. There is no doubt in that. Without data analysis, if you go and say in the interview, I can use any tool to write a query or Python code means anybody can do. Why they want to give you the job? So think in that scenario. The points what I discussed is right or wrong. Just imagine after the class also. If you are still not confident with my answer, you can just go and ask the ChatGPT itself again. Can AI replace the data analyst? Ask the question. It will also give you the same answer. So that you will get 100% confident with the answer that I have provided. Okay, so I hope you got the point. Then why companies are using still this one means to complete the work easily. Suppose if I want to write a query or Python program, instead of writing everything from my side only from the beginning onwards, it might take half an hour of time, for example. But if I use that, it will generate the things in suppose 5 minutes. Then another 5 minutes I will spend to see whether it is right or wrong. Within 10 minutes, I will complete my work. I no need to spend half an hour of time. That's the easiness it will make for you, but it will not replace everything. Okay, hope you got the clarity, guys. I'm going to write that point here. Will AI replace the data analyst? No, it won't replace. No, it won't replace, but it can help you in completing the work in less time and more efficiently it will complete. That is the ultimate reason behind the AI replacements or how can be AI will be used. Okay, that is about your question in your minds. If you have that, I hope you got your answer. Now let us focus on the skill set. What are the technical skills do I need to learn to get a job? So we need to learn here statistics. There is no escape from statistics. Excel, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, and Python. Here, Tableau is a course which we are providing for free. There is no need to separately charge for that because only Power BI is the most important skill set among these two. Regarding skill set, you'll get to know tomorrow. I will not focus much of the time on this now. But along with this, we do have the optional skill set. Okay, one more thing here. What are the skills I mentioned here? This is already with AI is being covered. How to use some AI tool to perform, write a Python program or this SQL query or this Excel work, how to do with AI tools is already been covered in the course. Separately, we do have the another courses like PySpark, which is related to the data analysis. We do have the generative AI. Now the question will be in your mind, why are you separately kept this Gen AI? Why can't we kept it in this particular skills only? So try to understand. This Gen AI is not some AI tool to perform analysis. We already covered some AI tools how to use to generate this or you perform your skills easily. This what is this Gen AI means? We are going to create a system like a chat GPT or a Claude that can provide answers for you, not using some existing tools. To make this course, we have a lot of other concepts covered in this Gen AI with respect to the complete frameworks, the LLMs, the LangChain, the vector databases. Okay, so the complete concepts are different with respect to generative AI. Even this Gen AI will include the basics of agentic AI as well. So that is the reason why we kept it separately. Already in our course, we have with AI. But whoever is interested in learning the generative AI related concepts can take this because it's a trending in the market nowadays. About the PySpark also, I will tell you in the tomorrow's class. But focus on the remaining things in this today's class. I would like to make you understand about our placement assistance. Because learning the skill set is one way, or let me say, one part of your job to get into the placement. But another thing is here making you ready for the placements. How are you going to make sure the student will be ready for the placements? So this program is already with the placement assistance program by including the technical skills of data analysis. So what is the flow we are going to follow to make our students get placed? We have also the success stories who got the jobs by following this particular placement assistance. We'll even see those things. First of all, I'll try to open some. Please wait. Let me just open up. I just so now let me explain you this placement assistance program related. Just one or two slides I'll quickly walk you through so that you'll understand the process how we are following. So first an important thing I would like to discuss is about the placements, why students are not able to crack or why the students are not getting the job. So main points are students are not focusing on the skills. They're focusing on the certificates. They will be asking what certificate I'll get. Better than that, you need to ask what skill set I'm going to get. Not only just Python. In the Python, what are you teaching? In the SQL, what are you teaching? Focus on those type of things. If you can learn those type of main technical skills, that can give you the job, not the certificate. Certificate when it will be important if you have the skill set, then certificate will come into the picture. If you don't have first of all the skill set itself, what can we do with the certificate? So that's the reason. And importantly, the hands-on projects, that is real-time projects, students are not doing. They're just learning the course, just learning what the SQL and Python, they're leaving. They're not doing any projects. Without projects, how can you answer in the interviews the questions they ask on the real-time basis? That is another problem. Okay, let's say you have done the projects also, you are very much learned the skill set also, but students are not interview ready nowadays. What is not interview ready? Suppose if I ask a question during the interview, you are unable to answer that question or represent yourself. You know the answer actually, but you are unable to answer that, maybe because of lack of fear, don't know how to present the answer. We also call it as with respect to lack of communication skills, having a lot of fear, lack of confidence. Because of these, the students are not able to provide answers even though they know the concept. That is a very common problem anyone will face in their lifetime. Even we came from that particular situation only. So I know that that's the reason we kept it separate placement assistance to handle and help support the students in this type of way. So we are going to conduct a lot of mock interviews for you. We will also tell you how to answer technical questions, how to answer HR related questions, how to answer managerial rounds in the interviews, and also we'll give you self introduction related templates, the resume building classes. All these type of things will help you. Okay, so not interview ready is one of the problem, and no job application strategy. They don't know how to apply for the jobs and where to apply also. These are some of the problems we identified what students are committing. Because of that, they're not getting the placement. If you are not going to commit these mistakes, then you are in a good position. Why we'll tell you these type of mistakes means so that you will not commit this. Okay, now let us focus on the things. What is the our placement philosophy. It's very straightforward, guys. Let me tell you, we are going to focus on the industry relevant skill set. As I'm already working, what exactly we will be needing in every type of skill set in the application basis, we are going to show you all of them. Complete resume and LinkedIn supports, mock interviews and feedback we are going to give you a lot, and the complete job application assistance. This entire placement assistance will be completely until you get the job. It's not just for 2 months or 3 months after the course. Until you get the job, this will be followed. Okay. So now I will walk you through the step-by-step process. What exactly and how exactly are we going to follow from day one until you get the placement? First thing is your technical training will be going to start. Your subjects, whatever you are going to learn, the skill set I mentioned, all of those skill set will be taught for you from day one. During that discussions, we are going to provide you a lot of assignments. For every topic based assignments will be provided, not on weekly or monthly basis, based on the topic. Suppose today one topic is completed, we'll provide you the assignment. Two topics combinedly assignment. Like this, lot of assignments you'll get it. And case studies will be there. Projects, that is real-time projects. 15 plus real-time projects is my target to complete in this course for you. Both of us combinedly will achieve total 15 plus real-time projects. Some projects I will explain, some projects I will also give for you to do, so that we can achieve total 15 plus real-time projects. And also we also have the internship program. So this internship program, we are going to provide you the internship certificate with 1 year of experience stating you worked in our organization as a data analyst intern. 1 year of certificate we are providing as part of the course. No need to pay any separate amount. But if you want to separately involve in the internship program, means what we will do means separately we'll be again doing some projects where we are not going to explain. You need to do this because that's internship. Here I will explain in these course projects, but internship projects we will give you the tasks. You need to do it. Those projects also we will be going to conduct some interviews. Whoever will clear the interview, for them only we will charge some minimal charges, because one-on-one support we need to provide, and you'll going to do that entire projects. In the end you'll get the certificate. No, we don't want to do all this, just give me the certificate. Means certificate will be provided as part of your registration fees. Hope you got it. Again I'm repeating, if you want only certificate, we'll give you. But if you want to involve in our internship batches, we need to first of all interview you. You need to clear the interview. Then once you clear the interview, we'll be going to charge some minimal charges. Once you, as your registered student, we'll be charging less. So then you can involve in the internship. So it's up to the student choice. Next thing is about resume building, which is one of the very important thing. Without resume, nobody will get a job. And how to prepare that resume properly to get into the placement, that will make sure the complete review of your resumes will be made, and the GitHub profile creation, how to place entire projects you are doing, right, how to make these projects added to your file, and this GitHub profile link will maintain in the resume. How to make these mock interviews, and in this particular mock interviews, which is very very crucial, we'll be going to conduct the mock interviews very much regularly, weekly once sometimes, or sometimes once in 2 weeks. Like that we'll be going to conduct the mock interviews. That too, the mock interviews will be of different styles. Technical mock interviews, HR mock interviews, techno managerial type of mock interviews. Like this different style of mock interviews will conduct, so that students will be clear to go and attend any type of interviews in the future. And proper feedback will be going to provide you, because of that attending lot of mock interviews, the fear, as I told you, because of fear answers won't come, you will not so confident. That type of things can be overcome. To make a student feel confident, these mock interviews will help you a lot. And lot of job preparation related materials with respect to important interview questions will be going to provide. And for the job applications things, LinkedIn profile, Naukri profile, how to find the jobs, how to apply for them, these all type of things also will be going to provide you. And here not only just you need to apply, we are also going to provide the referrals also. We will also share you the opportunities also. You can apply that, and that is how you can land into the place. This process, whatever I explained, this resume building or this GitHub or mock interviews, these all will be happening parallelly with your training. These are not going to come after your complete your entire course. It's running parallelly. Classes will go on parallelly, interviews will be going on, resume building classes will go on, communication skills, soft skills classes. These all things will go on parallelly with your course, so that there is no time waste will happen. By the end of this course, your resume will be getting ready, your mock interviews will be going on, and you are already feeling confident about your interviews. and you have already created your LinkedIn and Naukri profiles, GitHub profiles, easily by the completion of the course, you can directly person who can interview ready person, right? That is our target. Okay, hope you got the clarity. Along with the technical classes, lot of placement assistance related classes will happen. You need to get ready for that. We want you to dedicate your good amount of time, because even though I teach all these things, I follow all these things, I need support from the student side also. If you want a placement, it's not only from our side or not only from your side. It's a 50-50 partnership I can consider. I can conduct mock interview, but you need to come and attend that, right? I can't make you come and sit here. So that's the reason. You need to follow these rules on the feedback what we are going to provide. That can help you only in the end to get into the placement. Okay, so this is the what completely the things related to the placement assistance. Hope you understood about how we are following the placement assistance. That will really help you a lot and get the good confidence about our way of teaching. So here separately you will have, as I mentioned, soft skills related classes, the communication related classes. I can't write every point, but I think you can able to remember the points what I am going to tell. Interview related classes, how to provide answers. Okay, interview related classes, how to provide answers for technical interview separately, HR interview separately, and resume building classes, and even the social media profiles, which is for jobs, LinkedIn, Naukri, so those GitHub, those type of things. The classes will be conducted, and resumes, feedbacks also will be provided. And as I mentioned, mock interviews will be there. These all things will be there. Okay, I hope you understood the flow of our placement assistance, how we are following. You do want, I can even show you the success stories. I have separately kept them. So we do have, I have mentioned it in a separate way. There are a lot of, but I have only kept two of things here to show you. Even this is a student, you can have it as a career gap student, even who have placed in the company recently. So some students might think placement assistance will be only for freshers. If I have career gap or if I'm already working, I might not be eligible or I might not get the jobs. Nothing like that. Even if you have a career gap, opportunities are there. This student, whoever I'm showing here, have 5 years of career gap, who completed the graduation 2020, still have received the job. So there are chances. There is nothing like only students who are experienced or having fresher will be getting the job. So this is the placement who got. This is actually student also who even enrolled in our internship and got into the company of relevance lab. So this is a student who got recently placed from our institute. Only recent things I'm showing up. So this is one of a fresher who got even the placement in our institute with the referral that we have provided for this student. You can even see the whatever the feedback they provided. We also ask them to write it in our Google page also. Even see that in the Google page for the proof, the reviews what I'm sharing. I also ask them to write it on our page. So you have this also. And this is a student who recently got placed just I think 1 week back, mostly on the MIS role, which is a data analyst, of course. So they got placed in this manner. She is a fresher actually. So this way we do have the success stories. Not only these, I have only shown few, but I can't show and tens or twenties of students in this place. Some students, even after getting the placement, they might not share their responses or feedback also. There might be a lot of other students like that. So that's the reason I would like to show you the proof here. So coming to the duration of this course, 4 to 5 months it will take to complete the course. And these 4 to 5 months classes will be going to happen from Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour of class, and on Saturdays also we'll be going to have 1 hour of class. Okay, and the class timings for your batch is in the morning 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock in both offline and online. The classes will happen both offline and online, 9 to 10 o'clock. We do have other batches available, guys. Why I'm talking about other batches, you'll get to know in some time. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. we have a batch. Evening time also we have 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. evening time. We do have batches in those timings also. But as of now, the current opening batch is at 9 to 10 o'clock, which will start from tomorrow. Tomorrow is the batch timing. Today is the first class. Tomorrow is the second free class. Day after tomorrow is third free class. Like that, we'll continue the classes. Okay. Now, this timing, whatever I mentioned, 9 to 10 o'clock, this is for the technical classes. As I told, you'll have soft skills class, communication, interrelated classes. These classes will run in some weekends, on Saturdays afternoon time, or maybe in the other days. Let me say on the weekdays also, you might have at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like this ways. If you suppose unable to attend these classes, recordings will be there. Any class will be recorded, because these are interrelated classes. Will be going to make it the times where their technical classes are not there. Suppose your batch is at 9 to 10 o'clock, some other student might be in 10 to 11. Both of them, we need to cover the technical, I mean to say, these interrelated classes. So the time will be going to opt where technical classes are not there in that time. Okay, but you no need to worry. Even if you are suppose unable to attend, recordings will be provided. Every class will be recorded. Every class, whatever we are going to take, today's class also will be even recording as of now. This view access for the recordings will be provided for you. Even if you miss any class, you can go through the class. Now the main points will be coming. Flexibility is what we are providing for the students here. Suppose I am a student, I joined in this course. Actually, I am completely from the beginner. I don't know anything about data analysis or SQL or Python. I attended SQL classes, completed. Fine. But I am feeling in the end of the classes that if I can get one more time the chance to attend the same SQL classes in the live mode, of course recordings will be there, but in the live mode, I am going to get more confidence. I am feeling. Generally, that will be same in any student will feel. Even when we used to learn, we also used to get the same feeling. So, are you going to allow us to attend the same subject one more time? Yes. Here we are allowing a student to join in any class any number of times in any batch, not only in the 9 to 10 o'clock. Whenever a new subject is going to start at 10 to 11, we will inform all the students so that they can come and join the classes. If you want, I can even show you that. Suppose just give me a minute of time. If you want, I can show you the proof of how are we going to share. A simple explanation, or let me say the proof I'll show you. See, I'm going to show you some Python batch is going to start. How we'll send an email, you'll get to know. Suppose you can see new Python batch. So in this way, we are going to send an email to the students. The link of the class, when it is going to start, is related to 1st July, as we started one of the batch in the 9 o'clock. So in this way, we are going to send an email to the students with the link and everything, so that who are all interested, even though you completed the Python, you can again come and attend in this batch, so that you'll gain more confidence about the subject. So that way, here, a student can attend any skill for any number of times in any batch. There is no problem where even if you are in the 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, any place you can join. And the next important flexibility is some students might feel, sir, 4 to 5 months is very lengthy time. Can we complete the course in less amount of time? So still it is possible. If a student wants to complete the course in less time duration, you need to attend multiple classes in a single day. Means you attend 9 to 10 o'clock, learn one subject, 10 to 11 o'clock, learn second subject, evening class, another subject. Like that, if you can learn 2 to 3 classes per day, different subjects, you can able to complete the course in less time. You are not expected to pay any extra amounts for this. Both of these flexibilities are as part of your registration fees, no extra money for this. So a student can complete the course in less time duration by attending multiple classes in a single day. So you might, someone will say that, sir, if I attend in that manner, am I not going to get confused? So let me tell you guys, you used to do the same thing in the school days also. Am I right? First subject mathematics will come, second English will come, again social will come, where there is no link also. But here at least you have some linkage between the subjects. You can understand it easily. Let's say, okay, you got some confusion in one of the subject or didn't got the practice time. No problem. The same skill set you can attend in another time again, whichever is repeating. So in this way, if you can utilize the flexibilities we're providing, you will get best out of the institute. As you're paying the money here, use best of the resources what we are all providing, so that that will be going to give you the placement in the end of the course. That is our aim. So every student is going to be treated equally. Preference will be given all of them. Even we have the everyday doubt resolution sessions will be there. Daily 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. You can consider that as a practice sessions. Okay. Any questions you have, our support team will be there to clarify. Even I will be there to clarify. But if you are coming for offline classes, you can sit in the lab. We have it in the lab. So you can practice from morning to evening, not only in the class time. Morning 8 o'clock you come, until evening 7 o'clock. You can stay. You can practice here only, and you can go for the room. If you're in online, also not a problem. Every student is equal, as I mentioned, content and everything. There will be no difference between offline and online. Some days you can come for offline, some days in online also you can attend. It's like an hybrid model. So these type of all things we are providing. So that is the things about today's class. I only focused on providing you the introduction knowledge needed about our course, how we are treating or teaching the course, the placement assistance, how we are following, the success stories, the AI replacement things. These all things are very basic things I discussed. But there are a lot of things to cover about the technical skills. I didn't discuss what is Python, what is Power BI, what is SQL, what are the software tools we are going to use, what is the time duration separately. Overall, it's 4 to 5 months, but separately Python, how much, Power BI, how many classes, those type of things, and even linkage between subject to subject, how in the company the project architecture of data analysis will look like. Even I will explain my own current project that I'm working in the company currently. Tomorrow I will explain that, so that you will also get an idea how a company's data related projects will be looking like, so that that will give you more idea and better understanding about this data analysis course. So these all things tomorrow I will be going to explain in the time 9 to 10 o'clock in both offline and online. Hope everyone is good with this. I'm stopping up to here. Now I will take your questions. Please unmute yourself and you can ask your questions.